Hello and good afternoon. I am still in cloudy Melbourne. Been back here for the past 3 weeks, got another 2 weeks here, but I basically just want to outline what I'll be doing over the next 6 months, just to see how close it is to going to plan. So I plan on watching this 6 months down the track to see how much of this actually worked out. Been back here for 3 weeks, catching up with friends and family, having drinks and more drinks, lots of gymming as well. So a nice balance of business and pleasure. 2 weeks to go, so probably much the same. Some footy finals on, so very much looking forward to that. My team, the mighty Collingwood Magpies, are in the finals, so that should be rather entertaining to watch them win the grand final yet again. Maybe a little optimistic, but we'll see how we go. So I've just booked my tickets to Thailand. I'll be there for the next 60 days as of 2 weeks from now, or 13 days from now. Going to be heading straight to Bangkok, meeting up with a friend that I met in Thailand a couple of years ago, and then again in Vietnam a few months back. So meeting up with them for 5 days or so. We're meeting up with another friend of mine, Ali. She will be in Phuket a few days later, where I'll stay in Phuket for 1 whole month, renting out an apartment there with one of my good friends. Hopefully, I'd say he's probably going to jump on that. Last time I checked, he was happy to go ahead and do that, so that should be rather fun. Hopefully doing a lot more gymming, yoga, meeting some people. He'll head home after that month, and then I will explore the rest of Thailand. Hopefully I would have met some people, maybe created some type of community in the first month that I was there, and I can find some people to do some exploring in Thailand for the last 30 days that I'm there. I'm then going to come back to Melbourne for roughly 3 or 4 weeks during December, just because the weather's going to be great. A lot more people have time off work, so that should be maybe a lot more fun that I've had here in terms of weather and people being, available middle of the week for a catch-up. Then from early January, I'll actually walk back this way because I'm actually getting really close to where I live. Then from January, the start of January, most likely after New Year's, I will be heading to Brazil. Now, I've just booked some accommodation. I'm going to get a 90-day visa. The 90-day visa is a few $100, so I want to make sure that I use all of that 90 days up. You can stay in Brazil as an Australian for 90 days over a 12-month period, so no border runs. Unfortunately, you can't leave Brazil and then come back. You literally have to leave until that 12 months is up in order to get an extra 90 days. So I'll be using all of that 90 up. Heading to Rio. My accommodation is booked for 2 weeks before Carnival. And then after Carnival, I'll be going to Florianopolis. I'm pretty sure I said that right, or Flori as the locals would call it. So I thought that, look, if I'm going to do Carnival, I'm going to do it right. I'm not going to stay there for a couple of days. Most of the accommodation that I booked there, they want you to stay for at least 5 days. Accommodation is quite expensive during that time of year. I'm spending roughly $100 per night for the majority of it, which is a private room at a hostel there. Look, if you're trying to book accommodation now, you're not going to have too much luck by the looks of things. Only the really, really expensive stuff is still available, and we're talking like $5,000-7,000 over the course of a few days, so it's like quite expensive. I was fairly lucky in that I would consider this almost booking a little bit late. And I happened to get a nice hostel private room for around about $100 a night, which I'm staying there for 16 days in one hostel. So that should be interesting. I'll basically be part of the furniture by the time I leave that place. But I thought, you know what, if I'm gonna do Carnival, I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna stay there for 3 whole weeks, basically the 2 weeks before, and then roughly the 1 week of the whole Carnival. So I'd say I'm gonna be absolutely fucked after that. I've been looking at a lot of YouTube videos recently, you know, outlining what to expect at Carnival, and looked at a lot of like vlogs, people walking through Carnival, and it looks like absolute mayhem. So very much looking forward to see what Carnival or Rio during Carnival will bring. And then after that, Florianopolis, that's all I really had planned for now. So Florianopolis for maybe a couple of weeks. From what I've heard, Florianopolis is amazing. That's off to the east of Brazil from Rio. Doesn't look like it's too far away. A lot of people tell me that I will get stuck there because it's so nice and like a little beach island. I tell you what, that's my weakness. So could find myself a local Brazilian girl, fall in love and never leave. No, I doubt that very, very much. But this is the reason I wanted to do this video, because that could very well come true. Oh, God. Okay, cool. So that will be it for now. It's a really short one today because I really, as I said, I really just wanted to create this vlog as like a little time capsule for me to come back to in 6 months' time to see how much of this came to fruition. Because my plans are just plans. You know, I'll make a plan and it'll be a rough sketch, and then, you know, I'll end up meeting some people and end up somewhere else and be distracted and whatnot. So for now, that will do. I might make one more vlog over the coming weeks of me in Melbourne before I head off to Thailand. But for now, we will see you in the next one. Hope everyone's having a great day. Bye.